Also known as a spiritual master with a difference, he is the most unusual mystic that one can encounter. Marking a clear distinction from mere customs and rituals, Sadhguru is a visionary, a humanitarian, and a prominent spiritual leader. Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another episode here on FTD Facts. I'm your host, Leroy Kenton, and this is the first time we're going to be diving into 10 surprising facts about Sadhguru. This guy is super famous. You know, he's somebody who I've watched his videos as well. I'm sure you've probably seen some of his videos also. And let's jump into the facts now. Some of these you probably didn't know about him. Starting off with fact number 10, learning at a young age. Sadhguru, who was born Jagadith Vasudev, he began taking yoga lessons from Raghavendra Swami of Maladihali when he was just 13 years old. Raghavendra Swami, he taught yoga from his home in Maladihali in Karnataka, India, and throughout his youth, Sadhguru attended the lessons daily. Yeah, he gave his first yoga class back in the year 1983, and he eventually began teaching yoga classes in Karnataka and Hyderabad. Moving on to fact number 9, you probably knew this one, but still pretty interesting either way. He loved riding motorcycles. Mysore is known for its Jawas motorcycles, and Sadhguru and his friends were always tinkering with the engine to get the bike to go faster, and he's said to have lived on a motorcycle during his youth. He traveled everywhere on his bike, and he and his wife traveled a lot during their first 3 years of marriage, and they rode their motorcycle more than 60,000 kilometers a year. In the year 2022, Sadhguru began a 30,000 kilometer trip over 100 days from London across Europe and the Middle East on his bike. Now, his trip was to begin a trip to start a campaign to save soil from degradation. The next surprising fact about Sadhguru is about his devil-laughing grandmother. People actually say that Sadhguru's great-grandmother was a devil of a woman. But this wasn't because she was evil or anything like that. She didn't do bad things to people. It was just because of her laugh. They said that she laughed like a devil. The entire street would echo with the sound of her laughter every time she laughed. And women her age were not expected to laugh like she did. And they were supposed to just really keep their laughter under control, just be very prim and proper. Nah, she was not like that. And yeah, she lived to be 113 years old. As they say, laughter is the best medicine. Number 7, Sadhguru also loved playing golf. He played his first game of golf when he was in the United States, and he enjoyed the sport very much, to the point that whenever he has a break in between meetings and conferences and things like that, he makes it a point of duty to play a little bit of golf. What excites Sadhguru about golf is that it's a wonderful ball in terms of what it can do. No other ball, whether it's a cricket ball or a field hockey ball or anything, has that kind of bounce to it. And he also further describes golf as a very subtle game. The simplicity of it makes everyone attempt it, but the subtlety of it makes almost everybody get frustrated with it. One important thing about the game is that you are not playing it with anyone. It is more about you, the course, and the situation. Continuing now with fact number 6, Sadhguru is an international leader. Sadhguru is one of the few leaders who has earned a reputation for his teachings all over the world. He has spoken at some of the world's most prestigious international leadership gatherings, and his perspectives on contemporary social and economic issues has led to interviews with BBC, Bloomberg, CNBC, and Newsweek International. He spoke on 4 panels at the World Economic Forum in January of 2007, covering topics ranging from diplomacy and economic development to education and the environment. He also spoke at the World Economic Forum, the Talberg Forum in Sweden, and the Australian Leadership Retreat back in 2006. He also served as a delegate to the United Nations Millennium Peace Summit and the World Peace Congress. Now, moving on to fact number 5. Despite Sadhguru's enormous appeal to people across the world, Sadhguru, just like other leaders, is not loved by everyone. The teachings of Sadhguru have been questioned by many people. Sadhguru has also been accused of promoting pseudoscience and misrepresenting science. Now, pseudoscience consists of statements, beliefs, or practices that claim to be both scientific and factual, but are incompatible with the scientific method. He's known to propagate the claim, unsupported by science, that cooked food consumed during a lunar eclipse depletes the human body's pranic energies. This next fact is one that could creep some of you guys out, but snakes in Sadhguru's life play a big role. Snakes have always been a constant presence in Sadhguru's life. He is an expert in anything to do with snakes, and he enjoys a close friendship with them. Some of us can't even stand being, a foot, 10 feet even from a snake, let alone having it and being best friends with it. But cobras especially seem to have an affinity for Sadhguru. Snakes are worshipped in India because they are a symbol of Kundalini, and Kundalini is thought to be an energy release within an individual using specific meditation techniques. Sadhguru also has a very unique wardrobe. Sadhguru does not dress like a stereotypical yogi or mystic. We'd expect him to only be wearing saffron robes, or at the very least appear in some type of rag type outfit all the time. But Sadhguru apparently never went into a clothing store or bought anything for himself for nearly 20 years. People gave him simple white clothes to wear, and most of the time they were not to his taste or aesthetics. Then what did he do? He later decided to just design his own clothing. He wanted to wear something that was uniquely Indian, and most designers around the world admire his fashion sense. He kind of mixes his style up a little bit. If you take a look at some photos, it's like, whoa, that's an interesting look, Sadhguru. This guy is styling. Sadhguru is also a national treasure because he's so well known in the public sphere. He regularly draws crowds of more than 300,000 people for his public talks and satsangs, which are a form of group meditation. He even live streamed them sometimes on social media. He received the Padma Vibhushan, which is the second highest civilian award from the government of India, in 2017 in recognition of his contribution to the field of spirituality. He stood at 92nd in the Indian Express's list of 100 most powerful Indians in 2012 and the 40th in India Today's list of 50 most powerful Indians in 2019. Coming down to fact number 1, Sadhguru is a sannyasi. Sadhguru has complete control over his indriyas, which has to do with, the mastery of senses and mental and physical abilities. He is thus beyond joy, beyond sorrow, because joy and sorrow are not emotions experienced by a man who has conquered his senses. Apparently, he lives in a very elevated state of existence. To him, all worldly experiences are the same. It is the fourth of 4 life stages known as asramas in the Hindu system, with the first 3 being Brahmacharya, which is bachelor student. Then there is Grihastha, which is a householder. And then there is Vanaprastha, which is forest dweller and retired. All right, guys, so that concludes this episode on 10 surprising facts about Sadhguru. I want to know down below in the comment section, did any of these facts come as a surprise to you? He's a very interesting guy, so I was really excited to do an episode on him, and I really hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Until next time, guys, stay awesome, stay educated, and I'll see you soon.